What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division video. Today we're going to talk all about Countdown and what you should be doing and how best to optimize your runs, especially if you're running in a pre-made group. But before we get started, be sure to hit subscribe here on the channel, give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell so you are notified when I upload more Division videos, or come on over to Twitch and hit follow. I could be streaming live right now. And if you need a community Discord to run Countdown with, you need a group of people who are optimized and ready to go, you'll find a link down below in the description to my community Discord. There has never been a better time to join. And with all that said, let's get started. So today live on stream, what we thought we would do would be to run some Countdown and do 2 of the 3 encounters, 3 of the 3 encounters, extract quickly, don't extract quickly, and kind of see what is the best kind of optimized way to run it in a pre-made up group. We run them all the time on stream. If you need help, you're on PC, by all means, come over to Twitch and you can join in with us. We'll take all of the viewers we possibly can. So I'm going to throw the end stat pages up on screen. You don't really get very much chance to look at these because it's bugged at the moment, but luckily enough, some of the guys managed to capture it on my stream for me. And here's 2 side by side. Now, one of them is a little bit harder to see than the other, but I will read them both out. So as you can see, one of them was time taken 16 minutes 20, and the other one was 15 minutes 69. I don't think there's any bonuses for doing it in time. There certainly doesn't seem to be anywhere. Agents extracted on the first one is 7 out of 7. Somebody actually DC'd. Same in the second one, but with the first one, they actually got time to actually DC. In the second one, they were just DC'd and they were still classed as in the group. Then you can see the encounters, and this is where it starts getting interesting. So from the encounters, you can see we did all 3 in the first one, and we only did 2 out of 3 on the second one. And you only lose 1 currency at that point. Then you get mission complete. They both got the same. They both got 5. And then you can see we killed all 8 of the hunters that spawn, and you can see we got 24 on both of them. You actually get 3 of the currency per hunter killed. Then you can see the extraction bonus, and you can see we got 32 on one and 31 on the other. And what kind of happens with the extraction bonus is you actually lose 1 point as well for not maxing something out. So for instance, if we only got 7 of the hunters killed, I would have lost another singular point. That would have been 31. So you can see obviously there I've lost a point because we only did 1. We missed 1 of the encounters. We only did 2 out of 3. So that's why there is 1 less on the extraction bonus. How quickly you got out didn't seem to matter. But what did seem to matter was if everybody got out or not. And what seemed to be a little bit wonky was that if you got out first, you might not always get credit for the people that get out last. So in both of these encounters, I extracted last and got maximum credit. And then at the bottom, you can see the total. So obviously I got 64 on one run and 62 on the other run. Now, the run that gave us 62 currency, it was it wasn't way quicker, but you can see there's like 20 seconds in it. But what you've got to think about is it depends on what encounters you get in Countdown to how quick that run's going to be. And generally only doing 2 out of 3 is always going to be quicker. Now, what we were trying to decide was, is it worth doing the 3rd encounter? Now, for currency, certainly not. There's like 1 extra currency and 1 extra extraction bonus for doing it. For 2 extra currency, it is certainly not worth running the 3rd encounter. There is absolutely no point. For gear, yes, in a way. So what you've got to think about is when you go in and you do that whole encounter, you'll be rewarded. But is that reward more than doing the end point with all the hunters more often? And it probably isn't. So if you go in and do all of the encounters and then do the extraction, you could probably do 2 runs with 2 out of 3 of the encounters in that amount of time, or very close to it. So essentially, if you're running multiple runs, doing 2 encounters and then the extraction is always going to net you more loot because the extraction's loot heavy because of all the hunters that you get in the end. Do that more frequently and you will get more loot. So currently I don't see any value or any long-term value in doing all 3 encounters and then extracting, because you're just doing a 3rd encounter to net yourself 2 extra currency and not as much loot as the extraction at the end. And doing 2 encounters and then the extraction essentially lets you do more runs quicker and get more loot quicker. I hope that makes sense, because you're doing the end part more often and therefore you're going to net yourself more loot, because you know there is 5 hunters in that end point. They all net you more loot. That's more loot already than doing the 3rd encounter. So automatically doing the end more often is going to net you more loot. So I really do think they need to make some changes here to make it worthwhile doing the 3rd encounter. I mean, you don't have some choices sometimes if you're doing it in a pickup group, but certainly I think that it either needs to net you more currency or it needs to net you more rewards. Something definitely needs to change here, because running 2 encounters and the end part and doing that 5 times is certainly going to net you more loot in the same time it takes you to run all 3 encounters. And you know, you get maybe 3 runs in doing everything, but 5 runs of 2 encounters and 5 extractions is going to give you more loot in general. Obviously loot is RNG, but essentially because of the guaranteed drops from the 5 hunters in the end, it's certainly going to be more worthwhile. And that's what we're going to do from now on. I don't see any reason why, you know, for the 2 currency and for the drops that we would ever do the 3rd encounter. I think if we're going to be doing the 3rd encounter, it does need to be a little bit more rewarding. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I hope this made sense. Did you get the same kind of stats? I hope you did. It seems to just make sense. The extraction bonus, you lose 1 for everything you don't complete. So if an agent didn't extract, you would lose another point. If 2 agents didn't extract, you would lose 2. If you didn't kill 2 of the hunters, you would lose 2. So you get less and less extraction bonus for the less things that you do. But certainly sacrificing 2 currency is not worth the 3rd encounter, if you ask me. Don't forget to hit subscribe here. Come on over to Twitch and hit follow. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you like this kind of video, make sure you are following and you are subscribing. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye, agents.